Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chema.
And I'm Eddie.
Reviewing weapons. This is the rollback.
A
Last
movie so
night,
good we didn't even do an intro.
last night at 2:17 a.m., every child from Mrs. Gandhi's class woke up, got out of bed, went downstairs, opened the front door, walked into the dark, and they never came back. When all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanished on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. Weapons is the new movie directed by Zach Krieger, who previously wowed us with Barbarian. And some people are gonna be familiar with him because of The Whitest Kids You Know, which was a very long-lived YouTube sketch comedy. And now he, much like every good horror director, came from comedy. So this movie stars Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, Alden Ehrenreich, Austin Abrams, Benedict Wong, Amy Madigan, Kyrie Christopher, Toby Huss, and other colorful characters. One of the most expected and talked about horror releases of the year, and one that has a big capacity of becoming, hopefully, a new classic. What did you think of Weapons?
Um, I was genuinely blown away how good it is, how unexpected it is. There are a lot of parts of it I didn't expect. I didn't expect the nonlinear storytelling. I thought it'd be very obvious
Yeah,
that is Julia?
yeah,
Right?
Julia Garner.
I assumed Julia was just straight up the main character, right? I was not expecting a lot of stuff. Um, I remember, and Nikki pointed out at one point during while watching it because we watched it together. She
Yeah,
said, "What if it's a Pied Piper situation?" Like we didn't know about the witch, but we didn't. But we were like, "What if it's a Pied Piper thing?" Where like, or like the kid accidentally, like corrupts all of his classmates, and then when we find out about the witch, we're like, "Well, what if she's forcing him or something, or teaching him or whatever?" Like there was a lot of what ifs in this movie because of one, the nonlinear storytelling, but also like it's so wide open to options of things that can happen. So I mean, I really enjoyed it. Um, there is a lot of background information that I don't know if you know about. So I'm looking forward to talking about all that whenever you're ready. What did you think
yeah.
so far, first off?
I adore this. Barbarian was a breath of fresh air. I think it was one of the most unexpected movies that have come out recently. It's one of those movies that I love watching with people that have never seen it because they immediately think,
What the
okay,
fuck?
what am I doing in this situation and where the hell is this going? And I was happy that Weapons was very much in that same line. That being said, I think I liked Weapons quite a bit more.
Then
I think
Barbarian? I
yeah,
agree. I agree on that one. I like Weapons
yeah.
definitely more than Barbarian.
Yeah, I love the nonlinear storytelling. I like that we get the same scenario through different point of views. I like that it just has enough lore and not,
Overly
not like
explained.
exactly. It just has enough to let you enjoy it. I like that you can see it as an allegory, or you can just see it as just a crazy, fucked up
Movie.
movie. And I think that's great. I like all the performances. I like Julia Garner. I think Josh Brolin is fantastic in this. Um,
He has the
other, I,
funniest what the fuck in this whole movie.
yeah, I love how a lot of people just walked out of this movie with like the same thoughts, and one of them is like one of the funniest what the fucks in movie history. Alden Ehrenreich, I think, is great as the cop. I think that mustache is working overtime. Uh, Little shining star in the movie is Mr. Austin Abrams, who plays the junkie. Uh,
Man, I hated his guts. I'm not saying the performance was bad, but I
yeah,
fucking hated that junkie with a passion.
thought it was so funny, and Benedict Wong, I thought was able to look super creepy in like the few scenes that we have
Oh, and the
him.
makeup.
Yeah,
It made
and
me so sad when he started headbutting his partner.
yeah, after seeing the eight hot dogs that they had in the plate. And but I think the most talked about element of the movie will be Amy Madigan as Aunt Gladys.
Uh,
Um,
oh, apparently they're already in talks for a prequel about her, like with her.
Fuck her. No, no. Fuck
Why?
that. No, no, hate
Why?
that. Hate that. I don't need to know more. I don't need to know more. hate it
There's a potential
immediately.
sequel to Weapons in an interview with Variety saying, I have another idea for something in this world that I'm kind of excited about. I'm not going to do it next. I probably won't do it after my next movie, but it's one I'd like to do eventually. And then
Cancel
apparently,
it.
huh?
Cancel it. I'll pay for them to not do it. Cancel it.
You and I both know you do not make enough money
Uh,
to make them cancel a movie. If you combine how much money you make, how much money I make, and we quadruple it and then add a zero, we still wouldn't have enough money.
Anyway, yeah, no, I thought she was great. I thought she was fantastic. I love that we didn't see her in trailers or teasers or anything. And so when she actually showed up in the movie, it leaves a super impact.
She was so unsettling just looking at her. It's one of the situations where, folks, if you get the sneaky suspicion that someone is like something's not okay, like immediately act. Like, I'm sorry. That's your aunt that we never met and she missed our wedding and she wants to come live with us. I know a few very nice soup kitchens that she can visit. I will stand on that hill. If I've never met this person, I do not owe them a room in my house.
Yeah.
Family is not family. Blood is not blood.
No, I think she's great. And here's the funny thing. I grew up watching Field of Dreams,
Mhm.
and she plays the wife in Field of Dreams.
Oh no.
And I had a bit of a crush on her like growing up. Like really, like it's the character. It's the character that she plays in Field of Dreams. There's a great moment where she and Kevin ba and not Kevin Bacon. Oh God, what was his name?
Kevin
Kevin
Costner?
Costner. Yeah, her and Kevin Costner are like standing up at this like town hall about book banning, and the way that she just stands up and just like, no, this is fascism. Like, oh my God, like she had my heart.
I,
But
I see it.
so I liked her then. So when I saw that she was gonna be in this movie, I was like, okay, cool. What will be her character? And then when I see her in the makeup, I'm like, oh God,
No,
can we get her a best supporting nom? Like is like I think she deserves it. I think she's wonderful in this.
I think is she the next horror icon? I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is that she looks, and this is to its credit, she looks like someone who's trying to look what they think normal is like to humans, if that makes sense. I know she's a
Yeah,
witch, but you get what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's like that's what I feel like.
I
Well,
think, gosh, she steals the show. I better see a ton of people dressed up as her on Halloween. I
So, so
fucking
let me
hope
ask you
so.
this. How do you feel about the movie start jumping right into it? The movie opens technically with the kids running out at 217,
Yeah,
but also, I know, Mr. Oliver, the kids all run out at 217, and we're immediately at like the school assembly, the teachers being not prosecuted, but like ostracized by the community. She should be locked up until she tells us where our kids are. The
yeah.
parents are still like, she knows something. And Brolin arguably has the best point, which is either she's negligent or she's an accomplice. And either way
Yeah.
she's guilty, which like just goes into the fact teachers cannot catch a fucking break, right? If the
Oh
kids
yeah.
fail, it's the teacher's fault. If the kid passes, it's because of superior academic ability. Teachers get all the shit, catch all the hell, and almost never get any of the fucking credit.
Yeah.
And that like
I
that's from the fucking get-go.
I agree. And look, it's very easy to feel, to put Julia Garner's character, her name is Justine, to give her all the benefit of the doubt, she's obviously the victim here. But I like that she's also not a
Perfect.
saint.
Oh no.
Like,
No.
there's a lot of parts that like really make you go like, okay, why did you do that? Why are you following this kid back home? Why are you like looking through his windows? Um,
Very unsettling.
yeah, and why are you disobeying the principal when he's like very clearly telling you like, hey, don't get involved, don't go beyond that. Um, because she has everything in her favor to like not to be the victim in this scenario, and yet she's playing the game harder. I like that she's not perfect. I like that she's allowed to do, crazy things to move the story along. So
Well,
I like that. And I like that there was a little twist here because all the teasers and all the trailers and the posters told us that like every child from Mrs. Gandy's class left. They didn't say that one was left. That was a good surprise to see it in the movie.
No, I think the trailer did say that one kid made it out.
I don't think so. I remember seeing like a ton of trailers and they left that out conveniently. Anyway, it was a surprise to me when I saw it.
I no, yeah, I think I remember the trailer gave spoiled that part because I think I remember the trailer Wong telling her stay away from Alex, like the one
Uh,
kid that made it.
doesn't matter, I guess. It
But
was a surprise to me. It was a surprise to me. Yeah.
like on some level though, I like how they explained a lot of it. There were some story elements I think they could have played with, but I understand why they didn't. Um, if I was a parent and I
Yeah.
found out all the kids in my son's class went missing except him, guess who's moving that same day? I'm not leaving my son in that environment. Hell no. I'll say this. This movie I think is more terrifying because I kind of get the terror. Because you can
Yeah.
say, oh, I get it. That sucks having your kid go missing. Nah, homie, when you finally have one and you're just like, fuck, what would happen? What would I do? I couldn't imagine that. I'm
See,
genuinely shocked. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm seeing it more of the perspective of the teacher, and you're
Yeah.
seeing it more of the perspective of the parent.
I don't blame the parents for being hostile towards her because they're worried about their kids. Cut the other stuff.
Okay. Okay, good. So we had that, and then there was I like that. I love when the movie because the movie kept like surprising me. Like we had that reveal that there was one kid left, and then we had the reveal that that she's not super clean, super like
She's not
good person. And then I like the twist that like we start to see everything from everybody's perspective, like from her, from Brolin, from the cop, from the junkie, and then finally from the kid. Oh, from Benedict Wong, and then from the kid.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was supposed to be like a last one that was supposed to be from the Gladys character perspective, but they ended up cutting that out to just
The
make it.
the witch.
Yeah, just so, but they cut that out just to make the ending be all about the kid.
Honestly, I don't mind that. I think one, that was the right call because he is the one that has to survive this trauma. You know the reason why it was 17 kids?
217, from what I understand, it's a Bible reference.
That too, but also I want to say it's the 17 kids from Sandy Hook, if I'm not mistaken. I
Oof.
I believe that was the case. Sandy Hook. Um, if I'm not mistaken, it was 17
I feel like that's a little too
in a
good
particular
to be
class. In a
true.
particular class, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. There are elements that the director
Yeah.
used on purpose with Sandy Hook and what happened here. With
Yeah, I mean, you like I mentioned, you can see this movie as an allegory for like maybe a school shooting, or like you can use it as like an allegory for, something else. I do like how visual it is, and I like how easy to follow it is. One of the biggest or most memorable images is when Brolin has that dream sequence and he starts to follow his kid into the street, and he sees the house with like a giant uh, assault rifle on top. And I thought that scene was very like shocking. It looked like something that would be in like a video game,
yeah.
sort of like an Alan Wake scenario. And then I saw that Krieger was asked about it, and he said like, "Oh, that's just something I saw in a dream," and it just fell right to putting the movie. And
Mhm.
like that makes sense because it's not really trying to tell you anything. Dreams make no sense sometimes. So having that in like a dream sequence, it's kind of really smart because it's
Yeah.
like so you see things in dreams that are not real, that would not happen. So I don't think it means anything. I think it's just a cool looking image to like having a dream sequence.
Well, also now that I think about it, 217 when all the kids left, 17 kids went missing. There were only two survivors, the teacher and the one kid.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
put it there.
yeah. It's also
Um,
there.
but
Um,
I like the non-linear storytelling. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish we had more time with Justine. She is very much my favorite character in this whole film. But also I feel like we could have had more time with her. Isn't it telling though that like every other character, the right word is not useless, but they're useless in trying to find these kids, and she's the only one putting in the work. I'd argue more than Josh Brolin, I would say, because like she's actively trying to talk to Alex, see what's going on, trying to figure out what happened. I don't know if she slept with the cop just to like she needed some relief, or if it was to try and get some information like, so how's the investigation going? I wouldn't be surprised if that was one of her motivations.
I think more the fact that she needed the satisfaction, but also, I mean, you're in a stressful situation, you kind of run into old vices when you do that when you're in that. I'm surprised the cops didn't try in like months what Brolin did in like a week, which
Yeah,
is going to get all the proving once again, what I've been saying about cops. Anyway, uh,
I think they would have done that immediately. I think that would have been one of the first things was like, what direction are they running in? Like, I would argue, I think that's one of the rare occasions in this film where you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. Same thing with the whole letting your aunt stay with you they've never met before. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't, but you have to go with it to get this great story, and I think that's okay.
Yeah, but like also, I don't know, I feel like the thing with the aunt is like you're a kid, like you're seeing it from the kid's perspective. And it's like if
Oh,
your
if
parents say
you're an
it's
adult, if I've never met you, I don't know
yeah,
you.
but like the parents were clearly in like some sort of like spell or like something because like they were like because and if you're a kid, you see your parents being okay with something, you kind of end up being okay with it.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah, that's what's the phrase? That's some gringo stuff right there.
that is some gringo stuff right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I
Uh,
agree. But would you have liked more? Because like the movie's 100 is 2 hours and 9 minutes, which I think is kind of perfect.
mhm.
I don't know. How do you feel? Like, would you have liked a longer?
I would have liked a longer movie if it was more from Justine's perspective, because I wish we had more of her. I feel like we had enough of everyone else
Hmm.
except her in that capacity, right? I feel like we had enough of Wong. I liked Wong's little bit of it. The cop was a little annoying. It was hilarious when his wife found out about the affair and then he had to go to work. I was laughing my ass off at that part.
The little reveal that like his captain is his father-in-law.
Oh,
Fantastic.
well, like okay, on principle alone, I don't work with family, but that
Yeah.
no. Um, the junkie was probably my least favorite part, honestly.
Okay.
I just I didn't like his character. I didn't like that he stole from a kid. I don't, and I get it. That's the point of the movie. That's the point of the character. I just was not a fan of the junkie. Like,
Okay.
I just didn't like him. I know what his function was. He also got punched in the face, which I'm like, hmm. I'm not surprised that he did that because, AIDS, but whatever.
I thought he was very funny. There's a moment where after he goes because like the reveal that the kids are under the house is with him. Like it's when
Yeah.
he sneaks into the house. He has a couple of really of scenes that I laughed so hard. When he sneaks into the house, like he's going through like the family's DVD collection and he goes, "Oh my God, Willow!" Like there's a moment where he just grabs like a Willow DVD and he goes like, "Oh my God, Willow!"
I didn't know,
Like
I don't remember that part. I believe you. I just don't remember that part.
that part, and then after he sees the kid and he runs away, he sees the kids, he runs away from the house,
Mhm.
and then he goes to the pawn shop to sell the little baby iPad,
Uh,
and he sees like the sign that says like reward for the kids, and he does this double take of like, and then just like look down like, oh, like he go, yeah, like that, just that reward money of that. I thought was very funny. Um,
this movie's a lot funnier than anyone I think expected. Like no one,
I
I don't think anyone expected it to be funny.
I think all great horror movies should work like this. I think Together did something similar where like it let you laugh along with to like release all the tension.
Uh,
And I've never felt more tense relieved than at the ending of this movie. Like my whole audience was dying laughing. And in a good way. Not this no, this is a stupid way, but in a my goodness, this is so funny. Like the release of this is so funny.
the
Uh,
let me ask you this: how did your theater react? So we're just jumping back and forth, right, between the film and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, how did your theater react with the kids coming through the glass?
Oh my God, crying, laughing,
Right, I
crying,
was like, this
laughing.
is someone's worst nightmare. This is hilarious.
Yeah,
When I
because
saw it in the trailer, I thought it was a dream sequence. I was like, oh, okay, like this is gonna happen where someone gets chased or whatever, like in a dream, in a nightmare sequence.
Okay.
Nope, they did it.
I think I only saw teasers because I think it sounds like they gave a lot away on the trailers.
They did. They gave away small snippets enough for me to be interested, but not enough for me to know what's going on. All I know is kids get kidnapped, teachers trying to find them.
Okay.
And when there's one other kid who's a survivor that knows what happened. But that's about it.
Okay. I like that. I like how much in the vein of like a black phone or something. I like that the rescuing comes down to like a kid. It does a really good job in that, and
He has
this is an
courage.
original piece, man. Like
Yeah.
this is not based on anything. I love that. Like how often do we get an original piece like this?
Multiple
Like
original pieces also. Remember Sinners too.
yeah, like this and Sinners I think are battling my number one spot so far this year. I'm having a blast with both of them. But God,
I think it's also worth pointing out, like one, this is an original film, but also the simple fact that one, it is an original film, but two, it doesn't take a normal canon approach of like, here's the monster, can they beat it? Like it's a story that's worth watching all the way through, and I appreciate that. They give us characters that we like, that we enjoy for the most part, but also none of them are perfect. Like Wong, where he could go to bat and defend Justine Moore, I feel like he doesn't because he doesn't want to be ostracized too. Like he's the principal, right? And he doesn't want to be caught too far in the crossfire. He gets her out of there, but he's not really like she didn't do anything wrong, we're gonna bring her back.
yeah,
Um, and I don't know. There's something to be said there. Also, Josh Brolin. It's weird that again the teacher's the only one really trying to like fix things when everyone else is too obsessed with either her covering up or moving on to really deal with it or help or fix things, right? Because that's also one thing that we've unfortunately done in this country, unfortunately, is we move on, thoughts and prayers, and we move on. Unfortunately, it's been normalized. And this film I feel like is also talking about the fact that it's been normalized, It's been there was a school shooting. Or no, did you hear about the school shooting? Which one?
yeah,
Right? And that's terrible and that's unfortunate, but that's also our current reality, And it's I don't know, man. I feel like it's commentating on that as well. Also, I can't help but I feel the need to point out why were there no welfare checks on Alex? Like seemingly the witch is scared, like, did you tell any other cops? No. Okay, boom. Like,
there was one. There was one. Like one goes to check on them, and she like the witch convinces Alex to like, hey, let's dress everything up.
that's
Let's
true.
clean
That's
up.
right.
Yeah, yeah. There is like a whole scene of that. Um, man, fuck, I'm in awe of this, and like I'm really liking what Krieger is doing. And did you heard his next movie? He's doing a Resident Evil movie. Uh,
Finally a good one. Based on
hopefully,
what property? Like Village? Biohazard?
he specifically said that he's gonna keep that a secret. So
I
there's only
mean,
been he's only cast one person in the movie so far.
who is it?
The Austin Abrams, the guy who plays the junkie, like he's gonna be his main character.
Ah, damn it. He's doing
He might be Leon Kennedy.
he might dude, this would be what, the third attempt at Leon Kennedy?
Yeah. I
Yeah, man.
don't know. I think Krieger could really surprise us. Maybe he'll give us like a completely original piece.
I think no, I have no doubt it'll be good, but I feel like that's such a waste of his talents. He's so much
Yeah.
better than a franchise piece.
Well, he's gotta do like one for me, one for them. Like he's gotta play the game.
Well,
Uh
the Jordan Peele fired his managerial staff.
yeah, I saw that because they didn't get the rights to publish this.
I had no idea.
That that was the first like that was like my first like, oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be really good if they couldn't if he's like pissed like he couldn't present this one.
Uh,
Um
I wonder if he would have wanted a hand in like the editing process. I wonder what Jordan Peele would have changed. Because the ending is bleak. Because remember, the beginning of the film says this happened 10 years ago. And at
Yeah,
the end, the voiceover says some of the kids just started talking. It's been 10 years.
yeah.
Like that's tough, man.
Hmm.
I don't know. And the fact that the ending, I don't know, to me the ending is bleak. I know they get their kids back, but no, they don't.
Yeah,
You know? It just
yeah.
that's a tough one. To me, this movie is like close to legit horror, as you might say.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
I don't know. I thought it was very entertaining. I think it's also very accessible. If you like Barbarian, you're gonna love this. You know,
That's
it is.
I think we love most like semi, what was it? Semi, not fairy tale. What's the right word? Semi, what's the phrase? Not like whimsical.
It is a. I would call it a whimsical movie. Yeah.
If you like semi whimsical horror, something like Hellboy almost, you're gonna really like this movie. I can sure should tell you that much.
Yeah, I thought it was very entertaining. I thought it was very funny. The relief that you feel at the end of the movie is great. That scene when Brolin and the junkie are fighting, and the junkie keeps like coming back to like fight him again after you
Yeah.
think that he's finally dead, crying, laughing. I thought it was so funny.
Just
And
stay out, man.
I think it's also like one of those that like, hey, it's an original piece. It could become like a thing that we end up recognizing as like, oh, like 20th, like 21st century like horror smart and original. Because like I mentioned, it could be very funny, but like there are scenes in this movie that were genuinely like, holy shit. Like
Oh, the
that scene where
forks.
which one?
The forks.
Oh yeah, when she's like herself that scene when she falls asleep in the car.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like
Unsettling.
super unsettling. Like I will never sleep in a car ever again.
I
Um,
will lock my doors to my car if I'm going to sleep in it. I'll say that.
yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of genuinely spooky, scary moments in this. But weirdly enough, they make them work because a lot of them take place during the day.
Yeah.
So like for example, that scene when Justine is talking to Brolin and she sees a Wong just kind of running in their direction. And she kind of sees it as like, wait, what? Like that's out of the ordinary. What is
Yeah.
that?
Why is it
Yeah,
mandatory?
yeah. Why are his eyes like that? And
And
then
oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, like just the way the camera moves in this movie, I thought is great. There's a sequence where like Justine walks to a liquor store, and the camera is kind of panning her, but it's showing that someone is walking like not directly behind her, but like close to behind her.
Yeah.
And every time that she kind of turns, um, like
It's
that
getting real
figure can,
closer.
yeah, and it's not like a scary thing. Like it's the wife of the cop.
See,
Um,
I thought it was gonna be like the first example of someone attacking her, like with the bulgy
yeah,
eyes and stuff.
yeah,
Um, Straight up though, when she like attacked her in the liquor store and threw vodka all over her, I thought she was gonna get a lighter and set her on fire.
yeah,
Like try to set her on fire. Like I was just like,
yeah,
oh damn. But no, it didn't happen.
yeah.
Um, but no, man, I mean, there's so much that happens in this film. I think my only real critique, I really enjoyed it, is I wish it was a little more concentrated on Justine's character. I think that's my only real critique about it.
Hmm.
Um, if you want
Yeah.
to, what?
As someone that thought we were gonna get like like a movie that was just about her, and then
Yeah,
found that it's actually about the community.
yeah.
I thought, I mean, I didn't feel cheated on or anything. I thought it was good.
Mhm.
I don't really have any critiques of this movie. I loved watching it with an audience, and I cannot wait to see it with people who have never seen it because I know that we're gonna have a blast with it. After this came out, I showed Barbarian to Jess, and she had a blast with it. So she was like, "Okay, now I'm getting into the mood of like watching this." And finally, when she saw it, she's like, "Oh, this is great! Like, I absolutely loved it."
And
Um,
what a great way to get into the mood for spooky season coming up.
exactly. Spooky season is coming up. I can't wait to see. I really want to see The Long Walk, which I think is coming out next week.
Uh-huh.
I really want to see one battle after another. I really want to see whatever spooks we're getting in the following months. So, I mean, between this and next month. So, final thoughts?
Uh, damn near perfect. I would say 8 out of 10. I think if I had to bump it against any other horror film, I think I like Sinners more.
Hmm.
Um, I'll be honest with you, actually, I never laughed in this film. I thought it was funny when Brolin delivered the fuck, but I think that's about it.
You didn't laugh at the end when like they're chasing her?
No, I was like, that looks terrifying. Like I really liked the scene. Nikki was laughing her ass off.
Yeah.
Um, like Nikki thought it was hilarious, but I was just like, I know for a fact this is someone's worst nightmare come to life.
What was the thing you told me on text about that?
Uh, some this is probably the nightmare of some teachers.
No, about how like you finally have your answer to like one adult versus.
Oh yeah. So I texted Chema right after. I was just like, so this is probably the scene when it's like if you ask someone if you had to fight a bunch of third graders, how many could you take out? It's like however many I can heel kick. Let's go, kids. It's 17 on one. Let's see if I can make it.
Yeah, I
Those guys were
agree.
vicious monsters, and you know they had fun.
Yeah, I
Not
just know they
not
had
not
fun. Yeah,
since it chapter one have so many kids beat the shit out of one person and had so much fun.
I agree. I had a blast with it. I'm gonna hit this with a 5 out of 5.
Really, a perfect film.
I'm giving it a perfect score. I wouldn't change anything from it. To me, this is why I go to the movies for something original, unexpected, fun, scary, memorable, and an incredible audience experience, and one that also I am so eager to like repeat. So, Krieger, you are on my good list. Don't
Wow.
disappoint me. Cannot wait for that Resident Evil movie. Even if it's bad and you say the next one will be original, I will be in your corner. Uh,
Uh,
yeah. Anything else you want to say?
New Line Cinema, I really think give this guy the keys to the Freddy Krueger franchise for Nightmare on Elm Street. Let him have a ball with it. I think this movie makes me think he might be one of the few directors that could do it well. I don't know who he can get to who he I don't know who he would cast as Freddy, probably fucking Skarsgård again, but like I feel like he might be the only director that I'm not when I think of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, he could pull it off. I really think he could. But maybe
All
that's
right. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm good with. I love Resident Evil, so like I'm kind of open to like him making it and making it his own. So I'm kind of excited for that. Yeah. Next week, do you want to do the new Conjuring or what do you want to do?
we can either do the new Conjuring, we can do Honey Don't,
Oh yeah, I
It
really I
Both.
have to see when I don't. I have it already. I rented it already. So
It, man, I'll talk to you about it later.
okay, all right. We'll get to that when we get to that. All right. Well, that should wrap it up for now. Thank you so much for waiting for us. I was out of town, so I couldn't record.
And I
But
have two babies who I can record also.
yeah, we're growing up in a
We're
way.
adults, we do what we can when we can.
Yeah, I went on vacation, and you just you have a baby, so
I have
that's
uh
that's what we do now.
I have a tax credit.
I'm
Uh,
gonna tell him you said that when he's like 21 and
you
he
know what
knows
he's
what
gonna
that means.
say? Man, that's the least hurtful thing my dad's ever told me.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. My name was Chema,
I've been Eddie.
and this was the rollback.
Signing off with a reminder.
Heat up your Campbell soup. Don't eat it cold. Are you an idiot?
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. Alex is a good kid.
This is probably the smartest kid in like a horror film ever. I'll
He
say that.
Man, I remember I was gonna mention that. Poor kid, man. He was in a real hostage situation. Like I remember watching it, and I'm just like, why the fuck isn't he telling anybody? Like he's complicit in this. And then,
No, he's a victim.
no, but I didn't know that he was being forced to keep the secret. You know? It was
He's
such a
a victim. Yeah.
no, but I didn't know that until they showed him. I was like, why isn't he telling people what happened? Why isn't he telling people about this witch? Like, is she lying to him? Or is she promising to teach him how to use his powers or something? But then you find out that no, he's feeding his parents plus feeding all the students, and it's been a month. Do you understand that? He's been feeding what, 19 people, well, I don't know what, 2, 3 meals a day, every day for over a month? Most kids can't keep a goddamn hamster alive or a freaking goldfish.
Yeah.
He's their
Smart
only
kid.
source of substance. And the kid that bullied him. Alex is a good kid. He deserved better.
Yeah. Well,
This fuck.
yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night.
Wait, final word. If
Yeah.
someone says they're your relative, but you've never met them before, you don't owe them anything. Hi, everyone.
All right. Yeah. Let that be the lesson. Let that be the